Coach extraordinaire, Joe Slowinski from the United States, but an American coach with a wealth of international experience. So welcome to Barcelona, Joe.
Thank you very
Good
much.
to see you here.
It's great to be here.
And how are you getting on?
I'm pleased with our progress from San Marino and also here. It looks like at this time it's possible that we'll have 3 individual players make it through the cut, but as you know very well, we'll see.
I neglected to mention that you are here in the capacity of coach to the Romanian national team.
That is
or
correct.
to a group of Romanian bowlers from which the national team will be selected.
Yes.
But how long have you been doing this for Romania?
I first started March 1st, and I've been there since. And we're trying to be prepared as we can for Vienna, which a few weeks away is the European Men's Championship.
Yeah, that's good. But your international experience doesn't rest with Romania. You spent quite some time with the Malaysian team.
Yes, I was worked for basically the Olympic Council as a coach trainer, and also developing the youth coaches and the youth players. We had 1,750 youth players around the country and all the states. It's a pretty amazing program, but it's one of the reasons they are able to develop a top team.
Yeah, they have the elite team out there,
Yes.
which does fantastic around the world. Out of 1,750, how do you pick 6 for a youth championship?
Well, I think that's the interesting thing about youth development. If you have a program that you develop with the grassroots, then flowers will bloom, and you certainly see that with the names. Shaolin was really out of the first development program, because they had won a medal in '78 at the FIQ, and then the government said, let's start funding a youth program, and that led to many, many titles, and of course success at the Asian Games, which is why they fund SEA Games as well, Southeast Asian Games.
Yeah, you had Sid Allen
for
there
10
in
years.
the first place, and then Chris Batson.
Yes.
Then Randy Staunton, was it Randy Staunton?
No, it was, I believe, one of the old Brunswick ball reps was there after. Bill Rowe was there as well for a few years.
Oh yeah, of course, Bill Rowe from Canada.
Yes, as a ball technician support staff.
So you've got all these millions of bowlers in the United States, and green grass as far as coaching is concerned out there. What attracts you to international?
I think it's the joy that comes from taking a program that starts basically from scratch and building something successful, because all of your hard work that you put into the program, you will see the results. When it's very clear, if you have the capacity to develop a program and train the players and put your heart and soul into it, then you have ownership. And I think that's one of the things that attracted me to coming to Romania.
So in effect, you sow the seeds and reap the harvest.
Yes. We work hard because we love bowling. We want to improve bowling. If Romania gets better as a team and has some respect, then other programs that didn't in the past will look to them and say they can do it. Latvia is a great example. With just a few years, the youth program, especially Daniel and Diana Zaviolova, for example, having success internationally coming out of that youth development program.
Yeah, she's doing well. Is she which of her state?
Weber International.
Oh, Weber International, okay. But when you look at Slovakia, Slovenia, Latvia, Czech Republic, Romania, I mean, you know, there's a culture there that's growing year by year.
It certainly is growing. I think that's what's interesting coming here at this particular time, because you have the older programs that have had success. Sweden, the second country to start bowling, I believe it was 1909. You see they have a pattern and a history of success. But certainly the developing Eastern Bloc and Central Bloc are starting now that the bowling internationally has to have a financial root. In many cases, it's the elite in the smaller countries that are able to bowl or need the resources of somebody to support bowling in order to do it on a frequent basis and get the equipment and the lane play practice necessary to succeed at the global level.
Yeah, and you know, with countries like that, the late Eastern Bloc, if you like to paraphrase it, in that way, the expense comes into it a lot because
Absolutely.
bowling is not a cheap sport.
Not to compete at this level, the amount of equipment you need for international success, whether on an ongoing open level like the European Bowlers Tour or the World Championship, European Championship, Asian Games, Pan American Games, SEA Games, the Asian Indoor Games, all of the ones that really have medal-bearing events. To be able to be competitive, it's not only about being a great physical bowler. Ball motion dictates everything, and you can see this week with the scoring pace. Ball motion dictates what happens to the player's success. If you don't have good ball motion, you won't win.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Joe, on the job you're doing. And
Thank you.
we really appreciate your enthusiasm for international bowling because over in the States, the sun rises in New York and sets in LA, and that's the broadest horizon a lot of people in the industry live with. And it's good to see somebody from the States come over and boost the morale of international bowlers. Thank you for all the work you're doing.
Thank you very much.